Years ago, when I started the Sailfish Smackdown, I knew we were going to have to deal with rough weather eventually. And in the beginning, for a bunch of years, we got really lucky. But last year was really the first time where it was challenging looking at this weather report, getting closer and closer towards the event. Last year was the first time we really had to deal with this issue. And we dealt with it. And these anglers, the best of the best, they went out there in seas 3 to 5, some 6-footers, and they killed it. We got sailfish, and we did the event. We had a winner from Jacksonville, Franco, who won the series, and we pulled it off. So that kind of gave us knowledge for the future and what could possibly happen. And it happened again. This time was obviously a little different. The weather gods like to throw curveballs at me. And this one was weird because we were watching the weather up until the date and it was going up and down. So we really didn't have a good gauge on what we were going to get. Finally, as we got closer to the event, I surveyed the beach and I knew that this was going to be challenging. We came together and made a decision to make it a one-day tournament, which would take place on Sunday. The weather was way better on Sunday. And, the reason why I made it 2 days really is so you have another opportunity so we don't have to postpone the whole tournament where these guys can fish at least one day and finish this event and get a winner. So we did that. And there were still some gnarly swell in the morning on day 2. So these guys were battling probably 2 to, some of them were actually 4. And once again, man, it was everyone helping everyone. There were guys like anglers. We had Nautical Ventures there helping out. We had just people on the beach that were coming out to help. Fans of the tournament, like William. And these guys were out just pushing these guys, helping these guys, and really just making sure everyone was safe to get out. I think we only had one flip in the morning. So, with what these guys were dealing with these rollers coming in, that was phenomenal. And to be honest, I haven't seen something like that probably since 2012. Back then everyone was, for everyone in the tournament, so everyone can succeed. And to see that group come together like that in, this year, 2019 was really awesome. So, yeah, it was great. So these anglers, they started going offshore. I went to the help boats. All of us got on, went out there, and assessed everything. Everyone was out. Everyone was safe. And the weather was actually getting better throughout the day. And right away, Rob Will was the first angler to hook up. And it was early in the morning. It was at 8:30. All of a sudden, you started hearing on the radio other people hooking up. So we didn't know if they were sailfish. We didn't know what they were. A couple of them ended up being mahi-mahi, which there was a bunch of them caught. Ivy Harris actually won that division catching a mahi-mahi. And that was 10 pounds, I believe. There was a mahi-mahi that was hooked in this event on the Kite by Eric Digion, a seasoned angler from our tournaments. And it was unbelievable to roll up on the boat and see a kayak angler using a kite fishing, like these guys do in these big boat tournaments. And to see this big mahi, it must have been 25, 30 pounds, and he's fighting it. And unfortunately, and this is fishing, the fish came unglued. Everyone was excited because all this was happening super early in the tournament. And then eventually it did slow down and there were less bites throughout the day. It was kind of sporadic. We had Brian Nelly actually hook up to an awesome kingfish, and he actually ended up winning the Kingfish Calcutta, which was, I believe, $1,500. So, and he's another seasoned guy, so it was a kudos to him. And then we also had Sean Rolls right at the end of the event. I mean, literally, it was like 2:58, and this guy hooks up to an awesome sailfish right at the end and just snags second place in the tournament. He's a local guy, and again, another new winner. The advice I give to these guys is, there's opportunities that are there. And I'm super excited for the future of this tournament and for the anglers and the characters that we have fishing this series. You know, to have the help that we have with guys like Marco and our team and Freddie. It's cool to see everyone come together to build something great. And I still believe that the Sailfish Smackdown, the nation's only kayak billfish event, is the future of kayak fishing.